Daytime Performer of the Week. Y&R. Joshua Morrow is riding high on Nick's drug addiction storyline. Nick Newman admitting to his loved ones that he has a drug problem on the young and the restless has given his performer, Joshua Morrow, incredible opportunities to shine as an actor. Poor Nick has hit rock bottom, but Morrow is flying to new heights in this story, earning him TV Insider's Daytime Performer of the Week honors. Once his brother Adam, Mark Grossman, figured out that Nick had a serious problem in Las Vegas, and we don't mean gambling, Nick was forced to admit that he had a problem with opioids. He tried to keep it under control and keep it hidden, as addicts are wont to do, but Nick realized he couldn't hide it anymore. We saw him admit to his father, Victor Eric Breeden, that he'd gotten hooked. Morrow's heartfelt performances continued last week as he brought his mother, Nikki Melody Thomas Scott, and sister, Victoria Amelia Heinel, in on the situation. For most of his career as Nick, Morrow's played the romantic lead, a man often torn between two different loves. Nick's a reliable hero. Morrow has especially shined in scenes related to Nick's kids. Where was the man's Daytime Emmy nomination for Cassie's death? And Nick showed just how passionate a dad he is when Victor tried to take his son, Christian, from him. Now Morrow, been tasked with showing a different kind of vulnerability in Nick's drug addiction tale. Nick's heart breaks every time he has to tell someone he loves that he allowed himself to get addicted to opioids. "I need you to promise me that you're not going to get too upset," Nick cautioned his mother. It's totally in character for Nick to be more concerned about his loved ones than himself. He relayed how his car accident and leg surgery resulted in his getting addicted to opioids. Despite being addicted to pills, Nick continues to want to protect the people around him. "I really thought I had it under control," Nick said, "but I was wrong." As challenging as it was to open up to his mother about his perceived weakness, Nick, in a way, found it more difficult to share with his sister that he was fighting an addiction. Despite being addicted to pills, Nick continues to want to protect the people around him. "I really thought I had it under control," Nick said, "but I was wrong." As challenging as it was to open up to his mother about his perceived weakness, Nick, in a way, found it more difficult to share with his sister that he was fighting an addiction. Once the two sat down at the Genoa City Athletic Club, the siblings engaged in some chit-chat as Nick brought Victoria up to speed on Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, possibly still being alive. Then we saw Nick process that Vicky hadn't been told about his addiction. The look on Nick's face read that, "It's up to me to tell Vicky. Maybe I can still back out." We saw him decide to go ahead, as painful as that decision was. "You're my best friend, and I don't want to disappoint you," Nick said, preparing both himself and his sister as he started to explain his situation. "I'm addicted to drugs." Nick took responsibility for his own actions. Sure, Matt provided the bad fentanyl, but Nick still took it. "I hated having to tell you more than almost anyone because of what we went through with Mom and her addiction. Even though I could see all the signs and pitfalls, I still let it happen," Nick lamented to his sister. "I'm so sorry. The last thing I ever wanted to do is let you down, Vic. That's exactly what I've done."